Well, we are now live, about to play some games, Suze, and we're going to be playing a little hanging by a moment, 90-second game on the way very soon. Some prizes to give away and a whole series of questions that have come through, including producer Sammy, who has got a very, very personal dilemma that she needs resolved. It's her versus her man as to how strange or weird she might actually be.
It seemed super sweet.
Did it?
To her. I might not have been received as such on the other end.
We're going to get to all this in the next few moments. The Luke and Susie quotable in just moments, and it's talking about insanity.
It's Luke and Susie with Faith Family Culture. It's Luke and Susie with you. We're broadcasting from Greece.
The wise words of someone from yesteryear.
Now, Luke, I recently had the opportunity to catch up with my side of the family, which was really nice. And when we caught up together, there was some music that was being played because my beautiful niece has been watching The Greatest Showman over and over and over again.
It's a
and so she's been singing some of the songs from that. And we started talking about movies that you watch over and over and over. And I was saying, I think these days, there's no movie that I have watched in the cinema or even that I've seen that's come out direct to streaming where I really want to go back and watch it again, whereas I used to watch movies over and over. And probably for me, The Greatest Showman is the only one in recent times that I could watch again and again and not get sick of.
Yeah.
So it's not as big a thing as it used to be for me. The kids have always been able to watch things over and over.
Gosh, they could literally watch any movie that they got into 4 or 5 times back to back if you just let them. It'll just be as soon as it finishes, start again and watch it again. I'm like, how do you even do it? I can't imagine I did that as a kid because we didn't have the technology probably to be able to do it because I was older when we got a VHS and we were like so cool because we got a video player. But before that, we didn't really have choices, did we?
Well, no. So
maybe we watched things more because we were at the mercy of whatever the TV channels put on. And
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
But it did just make me think, are there movies that you could just watch over and over and over and you would never get sick of? Because there's ones that I do watch over and over, but it's because the kids want to, not because I'm not sick of it.
So my answer is no, there isn't any movies that I could watch over and over. But there was one time and one time only I left the cinema where I went, oh my gosh, I just want to go buy the ticket and go to the next screening straight away.
What was that?
It wasn't Citizen Kane.
Okay.
It wasn't in the hunt for an Academy Award, but I really enjoyed the experience of Adam Sandler in Waterboy.
Oh.
I'm not a movie critic.
Classy. Okay.
But I really enjoyed it. It made me laugh out loud and I wanted to see some of the funny bits again.
I get it. No, but this is it. This is the question I want to ask today. Is there a movie that you can watch over and over or even multiple movies that you will never get sick of? Alexandra, do you someone who likes watching the movies?
I do. I haven't been to the cinema, though, in a hot minute.
Yes.
But I love a good movie.
I think that's the case for a lot of people because we all got out of the habit during COVID, and I still find it a bit weird to go to the cinema now, and especially with so much that's going straight to streaming. So in recent years, have there been any that you watched that you thought, oh, yeah, I could just watch that over and over?
Okay, I don't have one from recent years, but... The first movie that came to mind for me was Meet the Fockers. I'm just conscious of the word sort of sounding like a swear word.
That was beautiful enunciation.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love a good Ben Stiller moment. Love Robert De Niro. He was like my crush growing up.
That's a reveal.
That's brilliant and fun movie too.
Yes. Very silly, very funny.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Alison, what about you? Is there a movie that you've been able to watch over and 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 over again and not get sick of?
Big time. I'm with Alexandra on the Robert De Niro. I saw the Grandpa Wars, and it actually had me laughing out loud in basically every single scene. And I've got an 11-year-old, so we sit and we watch together, and it's a popcorn feast. And it's just every time I watch it, I know it's coming, but it's still wow, belly laugh moments every time. And it's really funny. It's really
That's
good.
so good.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something that you're watching that's a really good relationship connection. Like that's a memory you're going to be building for your 11-year-old grandson to have that time with you and that movie that was yours.
Yeah,
it sounds like
absolutely. But the only thing is she pranks. She tries to prank now because she thinks it's a great idea. And I'm like, no. It's fiction. It's fiction. Stop. Fiction, stop. Oh my gosh. That's the only thing. It's like the separating the reality from the...
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes, good point.
And it sounds like, Suze, we need to start a Robert De Niro appreciation club in our Luke and Susie fan base. So.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew how popular he was? Yeah. LED, how about you? Is there a movie you could just watch over and over?
Oh, well, usually it's with the kids. So it's with Shrek. Shrek is, I don't know, so different. And Cars, Lightning McQueen. Yep, they're all favourites. That's with the kids. But personally, for me, I could watch Mary Poppins over and over.
Oh, sweet movie. The old one or the new one?
The old one.
Yeah. I just realized there is a movie that I could watch over and over and over again and not get sick of.
What's that?
And it was Eric the Viking. And it's an old comedy, but it wasn't the movie that I enjoyed. It was watching it with my brother. And my brother would be rolling on the floor in hysterics every time. And so he would watch the movie and I would watch him.
Right.
Like that was the entire experience, watching him just absolutely loving it. Let's go with Mindy. Mindy, is there a movie that you can watch over and over and over again and not get sick of?
Yes. Pretty Woman.
Ooh.
Yes, that reminds me. Dirty Dancing was the one I used to watch over and over in that same kind of era. But yes, Pretty Woman.
It's actually very hard to get it on DVD for some reason. Like, obviously, nobody watches DVDs anymore. So the only time I could ever watch it was when it would be live on TV, which a lot of people don't watch now either. So I just can't help myself. Even now when it's on, I've got to turn it on.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Because you talk about, the DVDs not being so common. I just stopped and went, where would we play a DVD? A laptop should probably be the only thing that could actually...
laptops could do it,
I don't think
we have a DVD player, but it doesn't work, and we're not sure why, and we just ignore it. But it still sits there as though it has a place.
Yeah. Just in case one day it comes back.
Yes, it could happen.
Good.
You never know. Like, everything gets retro, comes back. Afros come back. Flares come back. Who knows? DVD players might come back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for your thoughts on that one. We've got some movies to watch, and I've got to take a closer look at Robert De Niro, and because he's kind of a big deal by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
a hot, hunky old man.
Yeah.
Hey, let's, Suze, as we continue with our questions.
Okay, let's pull in producer Sammy for this one.
All right. Okay, here we go.
The Luke and Susie Discourse.
With the Luke and Susie Discourse, producer Sammy needs to come and fess up because you've got a bit of a personal scenario that's been going on and your man may have told you you're weird and creepy in some way, shape or form. Explain what happened.
Well, he had a nap on the couch and the sun was shining and it was just so beautiful. He was adorable. So I took my phone out and I was going to take a picture of him while he was sleeping because he just looked so adorable.
Yeah.
Then he opened his eyes and it's terrified me. So I got caught red-handed and he was like, it's not normal to take photos of people when they're sleeping. So definitely got called weird. But I can't be the only one, surely.
Okay. Now here's the thing. I'm going to say something to you right now, Sammy, and I want you to hear this for what I'm actually saying. Is it normal? Luke has done this to me.
Yeah.
So not normal, but I'm in the right crowd.
Hang on a second. In any other context with any other person, you say, well, Luke has done it. You go, well, okay, so it is normal. But that's not your reaction. Your reaction is, okay, it is weird and creepy if it's only Luke that's on the list.
Maureen's jumped straight onto Messenger saying, no photos when people are sleeping. No.
Okay. Right. This is something I started when we went on an overseas trip and you were sleeping next to me on the airplane.
Oh.
And so I not only
published them.
Yeah.
Like I get it, Sammy, you weren't posting that. That was for you and your purposes, right?
I won't talk about my collection on air.
Collection?
Well, Luke took photos of me and posted them on social media while I was still sleeping. I had no idea it was happening.
See, that's creative content creation. What Sammy just said makes her sound like a serial killer keeping trophies. Like, if she's got photos of people's sleeping time, it would look like there's the photos of the person she's just killed.
Oh dear. Okay. So what do we want to ask?
You're not coming
this?
out of this looking good, Sammy.
Are we asking if it's normal?
Yeah,
do we think it's normal?
Is it weird and creepy? Is it weird and creepy?
Or adorable?
No. Look.
All right, we'll put it in the mix for it to be adorable.
All right.
Abby, we need your thoughts on this right now. You are our first voice into this.
Okay.
Is it normal? Is it adorable? Or is it
weird
creepy?
Okay, so my children, my teenage daughters take photos of my husband and I always sleeping on the couch all the time.
Oh,
okay.
They think it's hilarious. They think it's hilarious. And I don't mind. I mean, I don't really take photos very well anyway, so I don't care. The wrinkles disappear.
Yeah. Right.
Like, doing it thinking it's funny and a grown adult girlfriend sort of sneaking up to you. Is that different though?
No, I kind of think that's kind of cool. Nah, I like it. I don't mind it.
All right, there's an endorsement number one.
Nice, beautiful, gentle first voice in Abby there. I love that. Thank you.
Good start.
Nita, what do you think? Do you think it's a bit weird, creepy, or are you like, no, it's cool? Go for broke.
No, I think it's cool. I mean, I have a teenage daughter as well, and she hates photos. So taking photos while she's sleeping, it's like the perfect opportunity. And she...
That's awesome.
She it later. She does.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Do you take every opportunity you can as a parent to get the right photos? Angela's written through Sammy and said, sounds a little bit like Dexter, Sammy. And if you don't know what Dexter is, it's a TV series about a serial killer. So, that's not an endorsement from Sammy.
Not a great endorsement.
From Angela, I don't think. So let's go with Alexandra. What do you think? Is this normal? Is it creepy? Or is it adorable, as Sammy says?
It's totally normal, guys. You want to have something to use against someone when it's their birthday and you need something to post on Facebook. You've got to have that up your sleeve.
Yeah.
I tell you, our team's got you back today, Sammy.
Having said that, anybody who has been somewhat supportive of Sammy has not done so on the same grounds that she thinks it's normal, just because he looks adorable. Like Alexandra just said, no, it's deliberately bad, but it gives you leverage. Right? This isn't like you're not going to see, any great photo coffee table book of people sleeping. I can't imagine. Oh, that would be that's a good book idea.
It's not a good book idea.
While you're sleeping is what it's called. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anne just come back and said, if it's your partner, it's definitely creepy.
Okay, Alison, let's get your vote on this. Support Sammy or not? Is it normal? Is it adorable? Is it creepy to take photos of people while they sleep?
Well, first of all, Luke, I'm going to say there's a psycho killer movie called While You Were Sleeping with Julia Roberts in, so lose the coffee table book. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? I've done it. I take photos of my husband and my daughter all the time, especially if they're in funny, sleepy positions. Because sometimes when you say to them, you look like a real dork the way you're lying on the couch, they don't believe you. So you're like, look. But
evidence.
Yes, if it's for yourself, I think it's cool. I think it's cute. Because, you're taking a photo of someone you love. It's cool. But if you're going to, I don't know, share it across the universe, maybe... depending on the sleeping position and depending on what it looks like, it's possibly not okay.
I think that is a lovely line to draw, Alison, because it means that Samantha's not creepy, but Luke is.
Yeah, but then, Susie, what did you look like while you were sleeping on the plane is the question.
Wasn't great.
No.
Because how did that
I was not attempting to get the flattering angle. It was deliberately to just poke the bear. And it was with hashtag Susie sleeps. And it was just a series of constant photos of her sleeping.
Yeah, not good. You can probably still see them on the Luke and Susie Instagram.
Probably. It's probably there if you go back through the archives. Caroline says, I do it too to prove to my husband that he fell asleep during the movie.
Yeah,
It's almost like, you fell asleep during the movie. No, I didn't.
Again, it's what Alexandra suggested as an evidence. Yeah.
Evidence. All right.
They've taken of me too, so I reckon it's their game.
Yeah.
All right, let's get one more voice on this. Let's go with Mindy. Mindy, is this normal? Is it adorable? Is it creepy? Taking photos of people while they sleep.
Look, I've never had the opportunity. I've taken a couple of photos of my kids while they've been asleep, but my husband has never, ever fallen asleep on the couch during a movie or otherwise.
Oh.
Got skill.
Ever.
Yeah. Well, so Jared's just written through, says, I recently took a photo of my wife while she was asleep and our puppy was sleeping in her arms. I sent her the photo with the caption of my two sleeping beauties, and it didn't go down too well, despite they're both looking adorable.
Yes. See, Jared, this is the distinction. This is the distinction. You think they both look adorable, but I'm guessing your Jackie didn't feel the same.
Neither did mine.
That's a moment when you realise it was a really great idea in your head. No, but Suze, I, on the back of this, am inspired, and I feel like there's a great future for me because it's clear that there's an appetite for this sort of content. And so I think I need to start my own TikTok account that is dedicated only to images of things I do to people while they sleep. Because this isn't like you brought up the fact that that I'm taking photos of people is creepy, but you initiated something we did years ago.
Yeah, we stacked crackers on our sons' heads while they slept.
We had a competition to see who could stack the highest level of crackers on their heads while they slept.
It's on Tyson's head, yeah. He's still a brilliant sleeper.
Yeah. So I think this could be a thing, just TikToks of what I do to people while they sleep. Photos and cracker stacking and dress ups and this could be fun. Suze, are we in?
Only for you. It's only fun for you.
Yeah. But are we in?
If I can do it back to you as well, maybe.
Oh, yeah. All right.
There's not a lot I can do with your CPAP taking up so much of your face.
But get creative, Suze. This could be it. We got a thing. Producer Sammy, you started a thing.
I can't wait to see these videos.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be wonderful internet content that will never go away, Suze.
Oh, dear.
You've asked for it. Sammy, when you think this is a bad idea when I'm doing this TikTok account, just remember it was your idea.
That's okay. I'm going to help Susie find unicorn stickers for your CPAP machine.
Find what? Unicorn stickers? Wow. That could be pretty.
I'll give it a shot.
The Luke and Susie Discourse.
As we get with our next question, Suze, Dee has asked a question which I want to actually spend some time just really kind of questioning the question to start with. He's asked, do you choose sweet fruity muffins like banana, apple, berries, or savoury ones like cheese, corn, bacon?
No.
Cheese, corn, bacon
I choose
muffins?
sweet ones like chocolate, butterscotch, and white chocolate and raspberry.
Hang on a second. Cheese muffins, corn muffins, bacon muffins?
Yeah. They're
really?
Nice. Yeah, they are
they exist and people buy them?
Yeah, they do, and they're really good.
Really?
Yeah, they're like a lunch alternative to have just a little savoury lunch.
Why would you want to have corn muffins as a lunch alternative? Why not just have corn? Or bacon? Why ruin bacon by smothering it in a muffin?
Do you not like muffins, full stop?
I like muffins.
Oh.
And I don't mind a banana muffin. I certainly like a choc muffin. But why would cheese muffin? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm familiar with cheese and corn and bacon as a muffin, but they're not my go-to muffin option.
All right. I just needed to get that out of my system before we address the question because I just, so clearly I'm not choosing those muffins if that's the example. But yeah, it's sweet muffin all the way for me.
Yeah, same for me. And even particularly if it's a muffin that comes with a little glob of cream cheese icing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, you do like your cream cheese icing.
I very much do.
All right, let's get Nita this question about muffins. Dee really wants to know, this is hard hitting, sweet fruity muffins or savoury ones? What do you go for?
I would say sweet muffin. I would say sweet white chocolate and raspberry. It's my ultimate favorite. Oh, that's my weakness. Oh,
It is
delicious.
wonderful. Yes, I'm with you on that. It's my favorite too. Yeah. But not everywhere does them really well. Sometimes they're really just really dry, but the ones that are really moist and soft and fluffy, beautiful.
A combination of sweet and savoury would be the white chocolate and macadamia.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's you'd still probably classify that as sweet though.
Yeah, but
you?
it's got the macadamia as the savoury, it's not sweet. But
very nice, Nita.
Sammy, can you producer Sammy, can you go get me a white chocolate macadamia muffin, please? Yes. All right.
Just right now, or like at the end of the show?
No, look, wait till we finish the conversation and then you can go.
Ali D, what is it for you? Do you like the savoury muffins or are you a sweet muffin person?
I actually love them both, but out the two of them, I pick sweet. And there's the place where I get muffins from, so many varieties of sweet muffins, and I love the macadamia nut caramel. Yum.
Yeah. Oh, that's
That's
nice.
my favourite. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds
very
really
yummy.
Yeah, I'm glad you finished the sentence when you first asked Ali D, because I thought you were asking, or are you a sweet muffin?
Muffin.
That's an interesting nickname. Hey, sweet muffin.
But the savoury, my favourite savoury would be probably spinach and feta. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
That's a good combination for anything, spinach and feta, I reckon.
All right.
Yeah.
Great comment from Jared. Either muffin, anything that's not a muffin top in a pair of jeans. Muffin top is my most common muffin.
I have less a muffin top and more a muffin farm. That might be.
Abby, do you like muffins?
Love muffins. Absolutely love them. But
sweet type or the savoury type?
I lived in Indonesia for a period, and you have this concept of what a muffin is because they're always sweet to me. But when we got into Indonesia and we started buying bread and muffins and things, they're sour. They're quite savoury. It's very interesting because you put Vegemite on it, and it's not a very nice thing to eat. And when people visit you, I like scones. But they would bring you muffins and they were cheese and they were sticky and didn't really like the food, the sweet, because they call that sweet, but it's not. Yeah. It's a cheesy, sticky muffin and it's cold and it's just not nice.
A cold, cheesy, sticky muffin. You've really sold that well. Yeah.
Yeah. But the sweet muffins you love.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Raspberry, anything that's got a lot of sugar in. And the cream cheese on top. I'm 100% behind you, Susie. It's amazing. Absolutely delicious.
So good.
Blueberries are getting some big ticks at the moment. Maureen says blueberry muffins are delicious.
Yeah.
Angela says lemon and blueberry muffins, and then nom nom.
Yep. Yep, I go for the nom nom on that as well.
Producer Sammy, what's your go-to muffin variety?
I'm all aboard on this blueberry train. Absolutely love the blueberry muffins, except from Zarafas, and it's because I realized that they're like the no sugar edition, and it ruined it.
Yeah.
Fake sweet.
No, I'm with Abby. All the sugar.
Ain't nobody got time for that no sugar stuff. All right, we are going to get to some questions in a second. We're going to do one now, but then we're going to play a game after that. So, producer Sammy, if we can get sort of in the back chat someone who's willing to play, we're going to play Hang On By a Moment, 90 seconds. We're going to give you a bunch of tasks to get through, as many as you can, in a minute and a half. It's all about the 90 seconds, the definition of a moment. We're going to get to that shortly, but let's do one more question before we get there.
Okay.
And it's all about hugs.
Yes.
The Luke and Susie Discourse.
A really interesting question has come through from Craig, and I'm not sure what the background is for this question, but he's asked, if you're going for a hug, and this is particularly between partners or whoever that key person is in your life, best friend, whatever it might be, who generally pulls away first?
Yeah.
Is it you or them? We talked about this before, and we both said it kind of is, it depends on the purpose of the hug.
It does. Like, we could both be we're in this hug for a long haul, or we could both be come on, get it over and done already. I've got places to go and things to do.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't ask for this hug. I don't want to be in it.
But there's a moment, you've got this thing where sometimes when you're just feeling bleh, you come up with a certain body posture. There's no word, but you then just kind of lean in for a hug. And I know when it's one of those hugs, it's the long haul.
Yeah.
There is no, this is
Settle
not
in.
ending. So often you do it. It's funny how often you do it when I'm cooking.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you do it pretty regularly when I'm in the kitchen and cooking. And it's just, I don't know. It's just maybe that space where you're walking through and then you look and you go, he's so adorable when he's actually doing housework.
I don't
and
have to
domestic
do
duties.
that job tonight.
Maybe that's what it is. But then you do this way, and it comes in. And there was one time where I did burn dinner because I'm too committed to the hug, and I didn't sort of get back to the stove on time. But so now I've learned, if you're going in with that body language, just make sure, do I need to turn it down? Do I need to take it off? What do I need to, or do I need to say, just hang on a second while I sort this out, and then I'll come back for the cuddle. But we've got a friend who is the longest hugger that I know, Vita. She is the most, you have a time commitment. You need to put it in your calendar when she starts a hug. And like, you know, like it's just, I like it because it's not a token gesture. This is I'm going to embrace you and you know that I mean it.
Yeah.
And I it's unusual though. People don't hug as long as Vita hugs. But I like
that
it.
Before.
Hadn't you really?
No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I'm a long hugger.
Maybe you are. I think, you know, I just as a man, I'm not used to a culture because most guys don't hug. I have to force other guys to hug me. And sometimes I do. Some call it abuse, but you know, I get my cuddles from my guys when I can. All right.
I think we're just having a minor internet issue currently.
But can everyone still hear us? Are we still going to, yep, everyone can still hear us. That's fine. It's just your camera's not uploading, but that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, Alexandra. Is there someone, like, are you the first person to remove the hug or is it somebody else?
That's a really good question, guys. I think I'm probably the one that lingers awkwardly and would just embrace forever. I love a good hug. So, yeah, I'm probably the last one there.
You're the lingerer. And it's funny because if someone is not comfortable with the length of, like, it can get awkward if you think the hug should end, but the other person isn't ending it.
Yeah, completely agree.
I had a moment. It wasn't necessarily a hug, but it was an arm embraced around, and it was with Polly and Was from season 1 of The Block, where you know, and it was after The Block they'd won it, and we're in the unit that they'd done. And we were getting a photo of us together, but the camera didn't work. And so we'd all put our arms around each other. And then Was and the person who was with me went to go sort of sort out the camera. And it seemed like it was only going to be a fraction of a second. So we didn't remove the arms around each other. And in the end, what happened is Polly and I were left there with our arm around each other. And they took forever. And then we got to that point where now it feels uncomfortable if I remove my arm. And so we for like about 4 minutes just embracing each other.
That's slightly awkward.
Yeah. At some point, we realised that maybe we should have ended this 2 minutes ago, but now we're committed. There's a sunk cost bias here that we've got to keep going with. Alison, Ali D, what about you? Are you the person who removes yourself from a hug first, or is it somebody else?
Kind of depends on the situation. Sometimes my hubby wants a hug, and I'm like cooking myself, and like in that situation, I'm like, yeah, no. But lately, I've been getting a lot of hugs from very special people, and some in particular are really huggy, and I've just been taking it because I've needed it. Yeah, but one of my children, he's a real hugger, and he always has been, and I cannot get enough of his hugs. So just depends. Yeah.
All right.
That's really nice.
All right, we need to get you to mute your sound again, Suze. There we go. So, Abby, what about you? Are you the hugger or the one removing yourself from the hug?
I'm the hugger. I just don't know how to read a room either. So, like, someone will go to put their hand out to shake it, and I'll go in for a hug, and then we, like, collide, and then I don't know when to let go. And people who I've just met, like, delivery guys will come into work, and I've even hugged them. And so I have a problem. My husband does not like cuddles. He calls it, we used to call him Cuddles when we first met, because he actually is not tactile at all. So I've had to learn after 24 years of marriage. You'd think I'd know how to read a room, but I actually don't. I touch like monks. And then they have to cleanse for a month. It's just I'm literally the worst. I don't know how to read that.
The greatest quote in all the years and the thousands of episodes of a radio show. I touch monks.
I did. And it was horrible because we were on an airplane and he had to be like ritually cleansed because I'm a woman. And it's true. And like, I just don't know how to read situations with
Abby, I'm actually really with you on this because I'm a hugger as well.
Yeah.
And I've had times where I'll be in a room and I can recognize people, but I can't quickly make the connection between where I know them from. We just kind of have that look of recognition. And so I'll go up and give them a hug and realize later, oh, wait, that's the guy that serves me at the local IGA.
Yes. But Susie, has anybody had cleansed after you did it?
No, they haven't. But I have had, you've probably had this too, Abby, where there's the kiss on the cheek, but you don't know that and you turn and they're in your ear.
Yes, you kiss their earlobe.
Yeah. Oh, the kiss of the ear is the greatest moment ever. I learned from this, Abby. So this is my advice to you to how to resolve this.
Okay.
You've got to not try and read it. You commit one way or the other. You either say, I am not going for the hug, and you just go, or if for your case you want it, you go, I'm committing to the hug.
But then I'll headbutt people.
No, they adapt to you. When you go in boldly, it's when you second guess, should I, shouldn't I, that the biggest issue is. Now, I'm not saying this will work for a monk on a plane. Because I think that's a unique situation.
Luke will run seminars on this for you, Abby. Come along to one.
But my experience is you kiss less earlobes when you are confidently approaching the kiss and they adapt to you. It's the, should I, shouldn't I? That's the bit that gets the collisions.
I should just put my hands behind my back and just
the other way to
anyone.
Yeah. The other way to avoid awkwardness is go everywhere in a hazmat suit.
Yeah. That's right.
No ritual cleansing is required. No.
I love that. No.
That is the greatest experience of an overhug I've ever experienced.
Now, we've got a lot of people willing to play here, but Mindy needs to go shortly, so let's play with Mindy first.
Can I just say that Shay is my quote, which is, you kiss less earlobes. All right, we're going to play Hanging by a Moment here, Suze. We've got 90 seconds in order to the list of tasks that you have prepared.
I have.
And be able to achieve as many of these as we can in 50 seconds. So I'm just trying to get the button up. So if you can do the talking.
All right, Mindy, are you all good for this game?
Yes, I'm at work, which is why I've got to leave early, but I'm sitting in the storeroom. So as long as nobody decides they need a wheelchair or something, I'll be right.
So I don't know if this is the first time that anyone's been sitting in a storage room to play a game with us on the radio, but it's the first time I'm aware of.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is good.
Here we go.
Yeah. A moment defined as 90 seconds in time. So we've got 90 seconds to put onto the clock. And Susie's going to give you some tasks to do, and we'll get through as many as we can for you to win. Mindy, are you up for any challenge?
Sure thing.
Right.
Great.
Hesitated for a short moment before she's like, what am I committing to here?
Yeah.
All right. You ready to go? You got your list?
I have a comprehensive list here. We're going to get through as many as we can in 90 seconds. It's a series of questions. You just need to respond. You've got 1 minute 30, 90 seconds, a moment to get this done. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now.
Say 5 seconds of a nursery rhyme.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow.
Keep going, 5 seconds.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, 10 words that start with W.
2 words.
10 words that start with W.
Water, webcam, wheelchair, wheelbarrow, web, wish, wishing well, whiplash.
And technically, I'll give you 10 because you said.
Yeah. All right. Your 5 favourite movies.
Well, Pretty Woman.
Yep.
Fern Gully. Shrek. Meet the Fockers. And we'll go with Top Gun.
All right.
5 of your teachers from school.
Oh. How do you know if I just make them up?
We won't know.
Mrs. Hall, Mr. Bentley, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Rose, and
That's
Mr.
Joan.
Yeah. Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Hey, congratulations. You nailed it. Because you've played so well, you've got yourself $50 to spend at Gracify Me. Buying a gift can be stressful because you want to buy something and give that communicates a message to the person you're giving to that you value them, but you don't have all the time and money in the world.
At program sponsor gracifyme.com, you get to choose the perfect gift like a handcrafted journal, and you also get to hand select some affirmation cards to communicate the value and honour the character of the person you're gifting to.
All right. Well, to feel good about the gift that you buy, shop at gracefyme.com. Congratulations, $50 to spend.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get one other person to play now, Suze.
Thanks, Mindy. Let me go and see who was next that you could see, Sammy.
Nita.
All right. Okay.
Hi.
Nita, let's play. 90 seconds. Susie's got a list of things for you to get through and achieve as much as we can in this moment. A moment defined as 90 seconds. It's amazing what you can get done. So let's get the list. You ready to go, Suze?
Ready to go.
90 seconds is being added on the clock. Nita, how you feeling? You pumped?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not really. That's a look. I'll endure this. Luke and Susie, give me the prize. We've got to take a moment. 90 seconds. Susie's got to get a list of things for you to do, and your time starts now.
I want a line of the lyrics from your favourite song.
Yes, I love that song, Hanging by a Moment. So
you need to sing it, Nita. You need to sing it. It's got to be singing.
So a line, another one. I also like Photograph.
You got to sing it.
Oh, hanging by a moment here with you.
Yeah.
That's very clever, can I just say?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 types of biscuits.
Mary Claire, Aronet, shortbread, the other one I forgot the name of. So skip that one. But a pizza shape and barbecue shapes.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Flavors of shapes.
All right, let's go with 5 body parts on your head.
Eyes, nose, mouth, lips, chin, and ears.
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
Okay, 7 countries.
Oh, countries. Australia, the United States of America, Africa,
Sure,
Antarctica. I think that's
All
a
right.
country. Yeah.
We'll take it as a country. Sure.
It's amazing how sometimes the simple questions can be hard when you're under pressure.
You were super fun to play with, Anita. And
congratulations. It's $50 to spend at gracifyme.com. You get to choose the perfect gift for someone that's special to you, whether it be the handcrafted journals or the affirmation cards that communicate their value and honor their character.
You can feel great about the gift you buy for someone and add value to their day. Just shop us at gracifyme.com, program sponsor.
Well done. Thank you, Nita.
Thank you.
All right. Suze, as we get into our Luke and Susie discourse, continuing with these questions, and we've got Lynette, who has had a little bit more time on her hands than maybe she really particularly wanted to.
Yeah.
And she's needing to get some ideas about what you get up to when you got too much time on your hands.
The Luke and Susie discourse.
Lynette's question, what do you do when you're sick or you're limited in your ability to move when you're at home more than usual?
Yeah.
And for me, it's not so much what I do, it's what I'm more inclined to not do.
Okay.
I'm more inclined to not put pants on.
We don't need to know that.
But, hey, I'm just answering honestly, right? Okay. I don't know. Watching some TV shows, playing some games, doing it depends on how sick I am versus how much I just can't. So you can be asymptomatic with COVID and not be allowed to leave the house, but you're not necessarily feeling sick, so having to rest. So then that's where I find the cabin fever could be a bit harder. What about you? What do you do if you're
I discovered in isolation with COVID that I redecorate parts of the house.
You do. And
yeah.
I think it's that it's the time that you have to sit and look.
And think, there's a problem and I can solve it.
What was that lyrics? That's pretty close.
Ice baby.
So let's get to this question that has been asked. What do you do? Lynette wants to know some ideas on how to deal with the cabin fever. You're stuck at home. You can't really kind of get out. What do you do?
Alison, what do you do if you're stuck at home and you can't get out?
I confess, online shopping and Facebook Marketplace.
It's too easy, isn't it?
It's just amazing. And you know what? It's as many tabs as I can open on my screen. And I kind of go between them. And it's like a little game I play with myself about, how many can I buy that match this or match that? But yes, I confess.
And can I ask you, do you commonly look for things that when you're in that space where you're home a lot, you think this is going to make my life infinitely better if I can get this on? No?
I mean, sometimes I'll go into Marketplace just because I'm curious and I'm like, oh, I can't live without that. And then I buy it and it goes in the cupboard and I never use it. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, it's just entertaining. I like it.
How many times have you bought something like that? How many times have you bought something like that with instant regret? You go, what did I do that for?
More often than I'd like to admit, to be honest. Yeah. And my husband, if he was listening to this, would go, yeah, I'll concur. In fact, he said to me at one point that he's got a better relationship with the delivery guy from Australia Post, his name's Jason, than he does with me. So apparently it might possibly be an obsession. But yes, I tend to. I've had some amazing buys though, some really, really good stuff. We really amazing stuff. And I think this is awesome. I wouldn't know where to go and shop for this if I, went to a shopping center. But that saying that one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah,
true.
And I found, most of the time it's a treasure, sometimes not.
Well, see, the thing is, you got to talk to your husband, Alison, in the context of like a game of poker, right? So you're not going to win every hand of poker. That's not how you win the tournament. It's like when you lose small. When you win big. So you just remind him of all the big wins that you've had and say, well, that's more important than those small losses that you're whinging about.
No, but you see, that's the thing. He doesn't get it because for me, I say to him how I try and sell it to him, and I must admit I'm not very successful, is they're not losses. They're steps to success. It's learning. Yeah. That's how, when you're doing medical research and stuff, you're not like losing it or failing it. You're just realizing that one's not quite right. So now you've got to try something else to,
The online shopping justification matrix is what you've just created, and I don't know that it's working.
I'm kind of loving it, Alison, and I feel a deep connection with you at this time, having done this. Can I say, you've got a fan, Shay's written through and said she's loving the South African accent, and we know Shay, she also has a gorgeous South African accent, so nice.
I'm actually in Johannesburg at the moment visiting my parents.
Are you for real? Oh, my goodness, she's going to want to talk to you too, because she's not long back from
Pretoria.
Yeah.
Well, so I think previously on the show we've had the Robert De Niro Admiration Club, and now we've got the South Africans accent. Unite.
Yeah, we should probably get back to the question.
We should. Let's do that.
What was it again?
Oh. What do we? I don't know. So what do you do when you got too much time on your hand?
What do you do when you got too much time on your hand?
Alison was online shopping.
Yeah.
And delivery man Jason, who is known by name.
Ali D, what do you do when you've got too much time on your hands at home?
I like organising the cupboards, organising the house. Just, you're stuck at home, best thing to do.
Yeah. I'd like you to have too much time at my house, please.
Oh, okay.
So you feel so good, don't you, when you get...
Oh, you do. It's just, great sense of achievement.
I love that. Abby, what is it for you when you're home and you're stuck there? What is it that takes your attention?
I just follow the kids around and hug them. So and give everybody jobs to do. I'm a bit of an organizer. I like to get in and get busy. If I'm sick, I want to cuddle. So
yes.
See, Abby, if Susie was like that and was assigning jobs, then I would spend my entire time avoiding Susie.
That's why my husband has a business and he goes long.
And it's why you need a house that has a circular route to go through the house, not just one way in, one way out, so that if they're walking down one hallway, you're walking up the other one. When they're on the cleaning, giving out jobs rampage, you can then find the opportunity to go the other direction. But we've got no ability to do that in our house. So
no, we don't.
No, we've got one hallway that connects everything, and so
and I can block it.
Yeah.
With all the stuff.
It's been done before.
It has been. Anne just written through. She said, I binge watch a lot of TV, do baking, chatting on Facebook. She's had 6 years of not being able to work, and she asked, what do you do with yourself? And she said, well, how do you quantify that?
Yeah. My dad was on an invalid pension and did his back in, and so in his case, this was this permanent thing, and so he couldn't get out much, but he found opportunities to do little bits of volunteering and little things that he could just feel like he could contribute something. And I remember he was volunteering at a Teen Challenge drug rehab center. And really all he did is he went around and sort of tightened some screws that were loose and changed some toilet rolls and just potted around for a little bit, and then didn't have much more energy and ability to be pain-free than that, so that he'd go home. He went away for a month, and the Teen Challenge center was calling up going, Dave, we need you back. Nobody knows where the toilet rolls are kept. Like, there was all this stuff that he'd done that everyone took for granted, just pottering around, and they were desperate times.
Yeah.
Clearly, I was just picturing that at that point of call where they were asking about the toilet rolls, was someone sitting on the loo at that point? Those moments when you realise that there's no toilet paper and you go, help!
Yes. Oh.
There might have been some people stuck on the loo, Suze. Might have been. Are we going to go through one more question, or are we going to wrap up there? What do we think, Suze?
I'd like to do a couple more hanging by moments if we can.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, look, we can do at least one more.
Yeah?
Yep, all right, let's do it. Who are we going to go?
Who was next on sorry, I'm clicking between too many pages. Right. So we had Mindy, then Nita, then Abby. So
and just so you know, any song related thing has to have people sing, Suze.
Any song-related thing has to have people sing, Abby.
Don't water down the question by saying say a line.
Okay,
all right. Sing the line.
All right, it's a really good one for you too.
Excellent.
Right. Everyone that I've got has got a song of some sort in it.
Okay.
Right, here we go. 90 seconds, hanging by a moment. The moment is defined as 90 seconds in time. I didn't realise it was an actual measurement, but it is.
Yeah.
And
That's how it was
our
created.
time management expert brought this to our attention. A moment is 90 seconds. So 90 seconds, a moment here with you, Abby, to get through as many things as possible. Because this is a part of the thing we're talking about is in that moment. It's amazing what difference you can make in your life. So let's give you a list of tasks. Are you up to take the instructions from our taskmaster, Susie?
I am. I'm
Okay,
ready.
90 seconds I've got on the clock, and your time, Abby, starts now.
I would like you to sing 5 seconds of any national anthem.
Oh, Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. Your golden soil and oops. Hang on. Isn't it? Our land is skirt by sea.
Golden soil and land of whoops.
I know how to mime it. Hang on.
I'll take five vegetables.
Oh, yum. Zucchini, squash, broccoli, broad beans, and spinach.
Oh,
nice.
Well
10 words that start with E.
Excellent. Eggs. Exaggerator. Exhausting with the hugging. I don't know. Equalizer.
Yeah.
You're halfway there.
You're halfway.
5 more.
Five more. This is really hard. I'm looking around my room trying to find things that start with E.
Equal.
11. Elf.
Oh, yeah. You're really good, Susie. Elf, 11.
Energy. There we go.
Energy.
Oh, Luke's finished it for you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm dreadful.
Yeah.
That's time gone.
Yeah. She does well at the hug, struggles with E words.
Yeah.
It's
and the
fun,
lyrics
though.
of national anthems, but that's okay. As long as you can mouth it, Abby, I think that's so good.
I've been very vulnerable today. Very vulnerable.
And we appreciate it, which is why we're going to give you a gift. Thanks to program sponsor supplyme.com. $50 to spend to choose the perfect gift, whether it be coffee beans or 80s retro mugs, handcrafted journals. There's something that can add value and communicate and honour the character to the person that you're giving to.
You can jump online and shop at gracefyme.com. Congratulations, Abby.
Thank you, guys. Don't know if I earned it, though.
So good.
Awesome. Well, that's about wraps us up for today. Thank you for joining us for our online show. We will be back next week at some point, and hopefully we'll catch you then and give away some more prizes. Bye.